Welcome back to the kitchen, everybody. I apologize. I posted that we were going to do this at 5 o'clock. I always do it at 5:30, so that was my mistake. I was being rushed by Art, my wine purveyor. He was like, "When are you going to post about our dinner, man? I need the post." And I'm like, "Okay." So I apologize. I made a mistake, and we're going now. It's a little before 5:30, but we got everything ready. We're ready to go, and we're starting tonight with the dish we're going to make is a sweet corn and burrata pasta, and I'm going to add a little something special to it. It's a very simple recipe. It's only a few ingredients. It is made better by wine. Turn that down, Art.
Sorry.
I've got a rogues gallery here tonight. We have Art. There's Art Vasquez right there. Hello, Ryan. And there's Brian Ellis, recent recipient of a star in the Palm Springs Walk of the Stars. And there's Hugh Van Horn. He is here to service all of your mortgage needs. So, and he's sponsoring this. He didn't know that, but he's sponsoring. Tonight we are starting with a fantastic red. Actually, we started with a really nice rosé. I tossed the bottle already. Hello, Cali Cat. Nice to see you. That was the San Simeon Rosé, Grenache, which was very good. But right now, I'm drinking a Highlands 41 Cabernet Sauvignon from Paso Robles, which is part of the Riboli family wine company, and they're the family wine estates. And Art sells their wine. You can find it at your finest restaurants, and some of the not so fine ones. Art gets in there too. Cheers. All right, you guys are going to love this recipe, and it's perfect for summer because, now across the country, we're mainly still, I think, getting corn from Mexico. Hello, Sandra Cooker. But we're soon going to be getting corn right here from the Coachella Valley. It's a big crop. You're going to be finding corn. That's olive oil and butter. Once a chef, always a chef. Art was a chef. He started Babe's Barbecue, and then he was Persimmon Bistro, and now he sells wine. Hello, Miss Melissa Ann. Nice to see you. So cheers, everyone. Welcome to the program. Sorry, we're a little late. I boiled off my bucatini. That's ready to go. We're going to do this with a bucatini pasta, which I happen to love. What you're going to need for this is about 5 ears of corn. Take the kernels off of the cob, which I've done, raw. And that's ready to go. I've got some chives right here that we're going to add. I like a little spice to this, so we're going to add a little red pepper flake to this. While I'm making the sauce, and I've set aside some of my pasta water, it's good to always have that when you're making a sauce in a pan because you want to add that. It gives it a little starchiness. It allows the pasta to kind of get that sauce to adhere to it a little better. I'm going to sneak in a little mascarpone cheese into this recipe before we put the burrata on it, which will be the finishing touch. And my burrata is right over here. So we've got all of these are the ingredients. It's a really, really simple recipe. And all you need to do is whip it up. And it's basically, once you boil the pasta, it's kind of a one-pan deal. So let's get started. I've already got some olive oil and butter going over here. We'll come down. There you see Mr. Ryan. He's our old man. Ryan is 16, but he's still very interested in what we're cooking in the kitchen. Always. All right. So we've got a little olive oil and some butter. And I always like to do that. It's a nice mix of both. Here is my bucatini. That's ready to go. Now, we're going to take most of this corn. Do not use all of it. Hello, Robin. Robin's Brian Ellis' decidedly better half. She's watching. Tammy's watching.
By far.
My wife just said, "Looks like you guys have already gotten started." Well, they showed up at 5 because I said I was doing this at 5. All right, we're going to add our corn, but I want you to not add all of it. Okay, you're going to. Hello, Sandra. Nice to see you. We're going to hold back because I want to just garnish the bowls when we serve it with a little of that fresh corn that has not been cooked. So I'm going to save a little bit of it. All right. So we got our corn. And we're going to saute that down in our olive oil and butter mixture. And what we want to do is just get the corn nice and soft. Hello, Donna. And this is a perfect recipe for this time of year. I know my friends on the East Coast are looking forward to getting their corn. It's probably, I doubt in June it's tasseled out, but it'll tassel out in July. And some of my fondest memories of growing up in Virginia and going down into the Carolinas for vacations was getting that fresh, sweet white corn. Donna, thanks for watching from Yucca Valley. Hello, Lynn. Hey, my good friend Lynn from Roanoke. Lynn, how are you? So we're going to just saute this corn, let it soften up, and I'm using a nice, sweet white corn. So we're going to add that. And again, we're using olive oil and butter. I used a couple of tablespoons of olive oil and about 1 tablespoon of butter. It brings out the sweetness of the corn. I use salted butter. You can use whatever you prefer. Leslie Arnold is watching. And again, I've already boiled off the bucatini. And so once we've gotten the sauce where we want it, we are... The only semi-fancy part of this recipe is I am going to use the immersion blender. Once we get the corn where we like it, we're going to blend that all and make it into a nice, smooth sauce. And as I said, I've reserved a couple of cups of our pasta water. That's going to be important because we're going to add that, and you can add it as much or as little as you like to adjust the consistency. Hello, Michelle Garcia. Nice to see you. So you can see we're just sauteing this nicely in the olive oil, and already we're getting a really wonderful aroma off of that corn. You guys doing okay over there?
Doing great, sir. Good job, Julie.
I don't know why I asked these guys over anymore. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't. Art volunteered to come over on Sunday night. That's how this happened. But Hugh brought a lovely loaf of bread. Brian brought stories from Melvin's Ingleside Inn. And Art brought...
bolognese.
And Art did bring bolognese. Like this isn't going to be enough dinner, or it's not going to be good enough for you. I don't know which. All right, so we're going to saute this corn. Get this. Sorry about that. No, that's Tish Erwig's. No, Sandra, that's not my cocktail. I'm drinking good wine. I'm drinking a Paso Robles Cabernet. Where is it? There it is. Art brought over. I should show you while this is sauteing here. Let me show you the wines that Art brought. I know it's only Wednesday, but this is what we do on Wednesdays.
Paso Robles.
Talk us through these, Art, real quick.
Wine Down Wednesday.
Paso Robles, Regally Family Estates, Highlands 41, the southeast side of Paso Robles, all single vineyard, and then of course San Simeon. Our man Patrick loves a Petite Syrah.
This Petite Syrah, by the way, is one of the finest wines in your catalog. It is so good. It's got so much character. It stands up to anything. I'd serve this with a fillet. I would serve this with a roast. I'd serve it with pasta. It's really terrific.
With pasta, red sauce, sausage, meatballs. I mean, like this is just should be right there in line with all of those red wines that you would eat with like traditional meaty pasta. And then I brought the Syrah, which you have not tried yet. You guys have not tried yet. So all Regally Estates, Highlands 41. Actually, the Chardonnay is from Monterey, and then the other three are from Paso Robles. Single vineyard, great stuff. All gone by the end of the night.
Much of it will be. All right, so we've got this looking very good. You've got a nice yellow sheen on the corn. I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit. I'm going to add in a little of our pasta water. Not a lot, just about that much. I think it was about a half a cup. And now, hi Monica, nice to see you. We're just going to take our immersion blender. If you don't have one of these, invest in one because they're great. And we're, whoa, look out. We got to tip this a little bit. And we're just going to blend this in nicely. Soften up that corn, break up the kernels, mix everything in, spread it all over the kitchen a little bit. And there we go. Thank you, Art. Did I mention he used to be a chef?
You let him come to all these things?
I don't let him to come to any of these things. All right. So we're just going to just get this pureed a little bit. And it's okay to have the full kernels in there. I'm just trying to puree a little bit of it so that I can clean the entire kitchen later. Oh, my goodness. All right, there we go. We've done that. So now we've pureed our corn into the sauce. It looks like a nice sauce. But we're going to, Brenda, thank you for watching. Going to add in some chives to give it a little tang, a little tartness, and we're going to add in a little red. You guys okay with spice?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes.
So we put a little red pepper in there.
More burrata.
There we go. We're going to bring the heat back up. I'm going to stir that all in. Oh, that's nice. So that is the essential part of the sauce. Hello, Lori Schwartz. Nice to see you. I've now successfully gotten corn in every corner of the kitchen. This is terrific. All right, now, this is my secret ingredient. Most of the recipes don't call for this, but that's okay. We're putting in a little mascarpone cheese. Hello, Jim Blakely. So I'm going to put that in. This is going to give you a little extra creaminess. The star of the show is still the burrata, but this mascarpone, we're going to melt that in, okay? So we're just going to melt that in nicely. So that's going to give us an extra amount of creaminess. Oh. You don't need any heavy cream. When you've got mascarpone going, you're in great shape.
Will this episode go on YouTube, sir?
This and all of the episodes eventually make it to our YouTube channel, which is In the Kitchen with Patrick Evans. And you can subscribe to that. It's free of charge. Just go ahead and subscribe, and then you get all these recipes and all the old ones I've done. Tell Liz I said hi, Bill. I'm looking forward to have Bill Cinso on Eye in the Desert. They're talking about a couple of events coming up for the Thousand Palms Chamber of Commerce. All right. So now we've got our mascarpone incorporated beautifully into our sauce, which is made up of sweet corn, olive oil, butter, chives, and red pepper. That's the sauce right there. I'm going to put just a little. Oh, I need that.
Some would say it's gravy, Patrick.
It's not great. I'm going to put a little sauce. We were having the argument about and that's always red sauce. Is it sauce or is it gravy? Our family was always, there's a little section of New York that is kind of the gravy section, but that's not the primary. Everybody else calls it sauce. All right, we're just going to stir the salt and pepper in. Beautiful. I think I'm going to add a little more of my pasta water. Oh, that's nice. That's so nice. Stir that. Bring up the heat a little bit. Look at all the trouble I go to for you guys. Look at all this trouble.
Yeah, can you hurry it up?
Are you hungry? I know I said I was going to serve dinner at 5, didn't I?
Yeah.
I was going to start at 5. Michelle Carter's watching. Michelle Carter Hertz, thank you.
Hi, Michelle.
All right, so now we've got a little pasta water, the mascarpone cheese, the corn, olive oil, butter, chives, and red pepper. And we're going to add in our pasta. Just going to loosen it up a little bit. What'd you do? A little olive oil and bread?
It's fresh as pomegranate, California balsamic Blanco.
And
It has a bit of a wine flavor.
I've boiled this bucatini to a very nice al dente. So we're going to put it right in the pan, just like that. You guys are hungry, aren't you?
We're starving.
Okay, good.
More burrata.
More wine, more pasta.
Whoops. There we go.
No
That is
pressure.
a full pound of bucatini pasta, which is my favorite pasta. And we're just going to stir that in. Oh. And we're going to get this. You can see the corn puree just coating our noodles and a lot of other things here in the kitchen.
Joshua,
Oh yeah, the dogs love the sweet corn though.
Joshua says he'll catch this later on Facebook, but he still needs to see you tapping for your supper.
Yeah.
I'm known to do a time step or two.
Yeah,
All right.
I don't want to see that.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is your sweet corn pasta with a little mascarpone. We're not done yet, but wait, there's more. Thank you, Zoe. Stacy's watching.
Good, huh?
No, I love this pan. Buy new pans. No, this is a good one. So, now we're going to take this, get our pasta, twist. Maybe a little bite more. Beautiful. I'm gonna let that sizzle for a moment. Come on over here, and we're gonna finish this off. Sorry, guys, you're at a weird angle there. All right, so remember there's the pasta. Remember your corn, your red peppers, your chives. Super easy. Randy's watching. All right, here we go. Let me get a little of this liquid off this. All right. Now we have our burrata. So I'm just gonna cut a piece of that burrata. And we're gonna scoop that out of there.
Patrick, what kind of wine would you pair with this?
Art, what kind of wine would you pair with it?
I haven't tasted it yet, sir.
We're still waiting.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
Since
there
five.
you go. Sweet corn pasta with a little mascarpone, chives, red pepper, and burrata on top. And then you garnish that with just a little bit of these fresh corn kernels, just like that. So you're going to get a little crunch out of those fresh corn kernels and a little extra chive.
Wow, that looks amazing.
There we go. You know what we ought to do is we ought to taste it. So, give me a second here. Let's grab a little bite and see if I can serve it to these gentlemen. Let's try it.
You go on 20 minutes late, and then you only do 15 minutes of cooking. Is it good?
It's really good. It's outstanding. Are you kidding me?
It looks good.
That's a good dish. All right, guys. That's it tonight. Delicious sweet corn, mascarpone, chives, red pepper, and then you top it with a little burrata. That's what it looks like. You can check it out. I'll post the full recipe here on Facebook. I will put the recipe as well. Art, Brian, Hugh.
And look for our Facebook pages for a true, honest opinion.
They'll
of
give
this
you a
dish.
real review of the dish. But you can also check it out on my YouTube channel, which is Patrick Evans in the Kitchen. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Don't
Patrick.
put your finger in my food. All right. Cheers, guys. And I want to thank Art for bringing all this wonderful wine. We're going to enjoy that. You can see that we're off to a pretty good start already. Check out all the recipes on my YouTube channel. Thank you, guys. Have a great rest of your week. Stay safe, stay well, and buon appetito.